Shamar, Shanae, Grace, and Tanya. Something about Yolanda Adams. And Derwin Hobbs came out as well. And I heard Hezekiah Walker. I pray for you. You pray for me. I love you. I need you to survive. Okay. That's what I heard for you, Gemini. So let's see what house you're in, Gemini. 10th house. Okay.
Something about that 10th house.
This is all about Capricorn and Saturn. Okay. I feel like right now, Gemini, you are in your bag. Okay. I feel like, you know, you could be literally working on like your public image. You know, I'm seeing someone that's like literally redesigning a brand here. You could be like, you could have some kind of brand and you could literally be rebranding yourself. I feel like, you know, you're literally rebranding yourself, you know, who you once were, okay? There's something about your reputation, you know, in the house of Capricorn, right? It's something about your reputation, and I feel like you are, I'm hearing rebranding. Someone's rebranding who they are as a person. Okay, I feel like, you know, right now, with Capricorn energy, Gemini, you know, your higher self is wanting you to have more structure. Okay, you know, more structure. You know, I feel like your higher self. I don't know. I just heard watch your words here. You know, you guys are the communicators of the zodiac. You know. That swords energy. So I feel like, you know, your higher self is just wanting you to make sure that you speak things that are high vibrational. Okay. The house of Capricorn is also about like masculinity, fathers, experts. There could be someone literally, I'm picking up the energy. You could be a Gemini, and you could be like a person that has grown up without a father. Okay, I feel like, you know, your higher self is really wanting you to find love and compassion. Okay, there's something about this is really still triggering and trauma, bringing trauma to you, Gemini. I feel like, you know, it's something that you have literally really been trying to work on. I feel like someone's gone to therapy about this, but there's something about this void with fathers that is really, really taking a toll on you. And I feel like Spirit is saying, your higher self is saying you still have a father. Call on God here, right? I feel like, you know, there's a lot of conversations that you have with people, with yourself, but there's some things that you haven't spoke to God about. And I feel like that's why this void hasn't really been moved from you, because this is a void that can't be moved by you, right? This is a void that, you know, literally the space, that empty space that you have is going to have to fill with God. Because I feel like, you know, in the 10th house, masculinity, I don't know, I'm picking up a woman that literally, like, you could just be turning everybody down in life. And it could be because of these issues behind these men and this father, right? So I feel like, you know, Spirit is saying that you have been trying. So I don't want you to feel like, you know, I'm speaking down on you or anything. I can literally see you crying in a corner. Like someone sat in a corner and cried about this. Like, you know, you want to be over these issues, but it's just so hard, and therapy's not helping. I feel like you've even tried medication. That didn't help. And Spirit is saying, your higher self is saying, literally, if you feel this emptiness with God, I feel like you really are going to feel so much better deep within, because there's like a deep yearning for healing in this spot. Okay? Now, you could be like coming out, you know, very dominant. If you are a woman right now, you could be like, you know, in your masculine energy, coming out like really bossy, really dominant. So Spirit is just wanting you to watch that, your higher self, right? As you are building your reputation, you know, you could be getting a lot of status right now in your career. Okay, you could be reaching a lot of long-term goals, or, you know, trying to, you know, prepare yourself to reach long-term goals, Gemini. and becoming an expert, right? I'm seeing someone literally majoring in communications. Kudos to you. This is the perfect profession for you. You know, this is what you are meant to do. But I feel like also, you know, there is a love and passion for success for you right now. But I feel like, you know, I feel like someone's using this love and passion for success to compensate for this void that I keep feeling. And this doesn't have to be about father or daddy issues, but there's something about masculinity. There's something, you know, it doesn't have an effeminate touch that could be bothering you, okay? And, you know, I feel like I said, you know, true love, true connection with God is the only thing that literally will heal this. Now, I'm not a therapist. I'm not a licensed therapist, or I'm not a doctor or anything. But I am a spiritual advisor. And, you know, I remember when I had these particular types of voids, the only thing that could fill it was God, right? So I want to give you the wisdom that I have gained and what Spirit is telling me and what I know your higher self is feeling here, Gemini. Okay, let's see. Yeah, so we have the Chariot coming out in the reverse for you, number 7 here. Okay, this cycle could have been going on for 7 years, or it could have started when you were 7 years old, is what I'm picking up. Yeah, right? You could have been let down since you were 7 years old. I'm seeing someone literally had to fend for themselves, but their higher self is saying that, you know, your higher self is saying that this made you so great and you don't even understand. See, you're not responsible for the irresponsible adults in your life that let you down and, you know, didn't do what they were supposed to do for you here. So your higher self is wanting you to be so proud of how far you have come, Gemini. Now, with the Chariot coming out in the reverse here, you could be feeling like you're just not moving, you know, things are stuck. You know, every time I try to go here, something blocks me here. You know, the pieces aren't, the pieces to the puzzle aren't lining up properly. It's like I have both pieces, but they just don't fit, Lord. Right? And I feel like, you know, there's someone literally, you know, I really feel like you are a divine being, but there's a disconnection between you and divinity somewhere. I really feel like your higher self is really calling for you to reach it because it's there. And you could be a person that feels like you do have this connection, but I feel like it's not as deep as you even think, right? I feel like Spirit has so much more for you. You know, there's something about your communication. You could be a person that literally speaks in tongues or another language other than English. I'm hearing a dialect in my mind, okay? Yeah, but there's something about communication, speech, okay? Yeah, the Chariot is here, so you feel like something isn't moving. Yeah, look, to the Page of Cups here, okay? Yeah, I feel like since a child, you know, I feel like, you know, even since you were a child, Gemini, like you always had this adult-like spirit, because whoever you are, Spirit knew that, you know, God knew that the people that you were being birthed to, that you would have to train and raise them up some kind of way, right? Yeah. So I feel like, you know, God, you know, don't think that God forgot about you, or, you know, that your situation was the worst, because your situation was perfectly for you. Right? Because it made you this individual. I'm hearing like you are a stallion, a brick house. Like you are a structure. Someone's structuring a business. You could have just got a LLC is what I'm hearing. A limited liability company. Okay? Someone could have stamped this on paper. Right? But, you know, status. I feel like you could be really using this hurt and pain and transmuting this energy to build status. But I feel like Spirit is saying, you know, the status still won't fill a void, right? Those voids that we have, you know, we'll find that. Why do you think we have the people like the Britney Spears of the industry, right? When, you know, like I'll say this, we have Britney Spears of the industries, right? When these traumas start at childhood, right? So I feel like, you know, you could be really trying to build up your reputation to be this formidable person. But, you know, when you still have that brokenness in you and you get to where you're going, you know, unless that brokenness is healed, it's still not going to feel like you made it somewhere, right? So I feel like, you know, your higher self is just really wanting you to, you know, be aware of this, right? Be okay with addressing this. Be okay with knowing that this is still here, and be okay with reaching out to God for this, because literally this is a thing that God can fix, right? A spiritual pill, I'll say that, right? Your spiritual fix, right? Yeah. Okay, and we have the Two of Cups coming out for you. So I feel like, you know, your higher self is wanting you to be able to trust a little bit more. There's so many people that have done you wrong and dirty that you don't trust anything, you know, sometimes not even yourself. And, you know, I'll be honest with you, that's a wicked way to go through life, when you just feel like you can't trust anything. You know, I'm starting to learn that when you're connected to God, you will realize there literally are still good people in the world. Like, everybody's not, there's not just a bunch of shitballs in the world. You know, I've encountered so many divine beings, so many people of light and love, so many people that really, you know, act on what they say, right? So many people that really do acts of kindness in the dark, right? They don't want to be seen. I see so many beautiful people, and I feel like, you know, Spirit is really just wanting you, with the Two of Cups here, to be open to new relationships. Okay, I feel like your higher self is saying that, you know, blocking the world out isn't going to it's not going to heal you, right? You know, healing comes from a different place. Sometimes we do have to cut things, people, and places off. But I feel like, I don't know, I'm feeling like a deep isolation energy. Okay, and there's nothing wrong with isolation, but this is almost borderline depression is what I'm picking up. And I feel like your higher self is saying, like, get up, girl. Get up, boy, right? You got this, you know, because you're building something here. You could literally, like, be building a social media platform, and it's going very well for you. Kudos to you, Gemini. Okay, and we have personal choice coming out for you. Okay, close your eyes. What animal do you imagine? What strengths are they known for? What wisdom do they share? Embrace these qualities. So Spirit is saying, think about your favorite animal, right? And when you think about this animal, see, because animals are divine too. See, God specially created these animals, right? When we look at them as God's creation, we can understand how special animals are and our connection to them. Hence why we are allowed to domesticate some, right? But Spirit is saying, choose your own animal and envision this animal and think about this animal's strengths and weaknesses, right? And wisdom, right? And embrace these qualities, okay? Right? We have, I let the universe catch up with my dreams. I told you there's something about you being in your bag. I feel like, you know, you don't know if it's going to happen, but you're just moving along like it's going to happen. So that's good energy. You know, that's the energy of, what's my favorite thing you always say? You know, when you kind of act like you already have something, but you don't have it.
Imitation?
No. You know, live the life that you desire, like you already have that life.
Speak things that be not as though they were.
Say it again.
Speak things that be not as though they were.
I feel like, you know, you have done this. You have been speaking things like, you know, that you don't have, like like you have them. And I feel like the universe is catching up to you in your career, your finances. Mm-hmm. But I still, you know, that void is still there. And money, you know, money can't fix health issues and healing issues and traumas and pain. Money can't fix them. It will buy you a nice bag and some shoes or something, though, right? Because I'm seeing someone shopping here, okay? Let's see. We have return to the heart, okay? I breathe light and stick to the essential for my soul. The present moment, I calm my thoughts. I focus on my heart and find space to be. Where my light and greatness are, I find peace in inner silence, okay? So return to the heart is what your higher self is saying, okay? Stick to the essentials for your soul. What makes your soul happy here, Gemini? That's what your higher self is wanting you to think about, right? Okay? what really makes your soul happy? Because I'm seeing someone like, I don't know what makes me happy, right? You're just in this energy, and I feel like, you know, this energy is going to pass here. I feel like when you really reach for the divine, like I'm speaking, because, you know, the messages that come from me, you know, a lot of, they don't come from me, right? They come from me, but they don't come from me, right? So, you know, when spirit is giving you this, I feel like, you know, that's a sign, you know, that's an offer for a divine connection. So, you know, hopefully after this, you guys can find some prayer and some meditation and, you know, start getting that void filled, you know, through the word of God or through speaking to God or however you connect with God, because we all have different ways to connect. And if you don't know, if you're a person that's not used to doing it or you don't know what to do, you know, just stand up and say, God, I don't know, I receive you, I love you, do something. God will lead you, right? Whatever your thing may be, okay? But yeah. So your higher self, Gemini, you know, don't get caught up in fame, fortune, or reputation. All of that is coming to you. It's already started. I'm seeing someone's numbers increasing, someone's views, someone's revenue, right? But return to the heart. Do things that resonate with your soul. I love you, Gemini. That was your reading.
Gemini. Gem. My gems. I always say my gems.
My gems.
So Gemini, your soul report is revealing and very telling. You come out in your 10th house, right? 10th house is ruled by Capricorn, devil's energy, right? So you are in devil's energy, very cutting edge and very knowing. Avoid mischief, Spirit says. Devil's energy is a very powerful energy, right? What did the Bible say the devil was when he got cast from heaven? He became what? The prince of the earth. So that means that he knows the earth and all of that. Well, when you're in devil's energy, it doesn't mean you're an evil person. It means that you're moving around with an awareness of things. Like, it's very keen. So a lot of clothing designers, a lot of people that bring out new brands and new trends, they tap in by way of devil's energy. Meaning that they know what majority of the people in the world are going to flock to at the time. That's devil's energy. That's knowing the world, right? So I see you in this energy where you're very cutting edge and you're very knowing. But Spirit wants you to avoid mischief in this energy. This kind of energy can lead you to mischief. You are very clairsentient in this energy. Clairsentient is you're very clairsentient. I'm sorry. Clairsentience is the ability to feel very clear. Like it's like when you like, they call it intuition, but it's not. This is clairsentient. I'm gonna go down that way, but then you get something that says, "Don't go down that way." And you say, "Oh, I felt that. I ain't going down that way." A clairsentient being can feel very accurately about things, right? It's one of your higher qualities, Gemini. The ability you see, the Gemini is a representation of duality at its finest, right? So you can walk a balance that most people can't. That's why in your higher self, your feelings, they connect very strong across the board. You feel with a clairsentient, like that's a different kind of feeling, right? Spirit wants you to focus on the energy behind your social reaction, right? 10th house is the house of social status. So pay attention to your energy. Last but not least, don't allow evil to influence your responses. It could be binding you to a stronghold mode of your old self. So Your responses is the last thing that I feel you need to get a hold of before you can fully ascend into the desired version of you, or the you that you're manifesting, so to speak. Because see, people, they trying you right now. It's like, oh, they ain't changed. Watch me say this to them, and watch they gonna say the same old thing that they used to say.
Living out.
So your responses right now, don't allow them to bind you to the old version of you. Don't allow people to be able to push your button and then be like, see, I told you. I told you, right? That could be holding you up from promotion. I feel the energy of promotion. But before you get promoted, maybe your higher up, so to speak, maybe they want to see that you won't respond like the older you. This could be a test by the universe. This could be at work. This could be your ancestors. They could be sending you an energy to try your patience. Don't allow your patience to be tried. Maintain your strong self. Don't revert back to the weaker you. Now, you show up in the Page of Wands. Now, Page of Wands in my ancestral card is my demon seed, right? And you started off in Devil's energy. And this Page of Wands is being clarified by the enlightenment. So that means that you are truly in Devil's energy, like you truly know the world. Like your product, whatever you're working on, is going to slap. Because you already can feel through your clairsentient feeling. You can feel like, yo, what I got is that for real. Like I just got to. So you enlightened about that. You enlightened about your energy, right? Now, don't use this enlightenment and this Devil's energy the wrong way. Because in this energy, you can that's why Spirit said avoid mischief. This is a very mischievous energy. Like the Page of Wands in reverse is a mischievous child, right? An immature energy. But the Page of Wands in reverse being clarified by the enlightenment is a person that's just able to move in childlike energy, but very much aware of the fact that they are an adult. You are an adult, Spirit says. Spirit says, Gemini, remember that now. So you got Six of Pentacles in reverse being clarified by the union. So it's not meant for you to give. Spirit is saying, give to yourself. Give to your relationship. The relationships that support you, your unions that hold you up, strengthen them. Stop giving yourself out to everybody. Energetically, physically, spiritually, even on the soul level, right? Six of Pentacles in reverse is leading to the union. So don't give to things that are taken away from you. Don't give to things that don't replenish you. And definitely don't give to things that are not given back to you. Page of Cups in reverse being clarified by the emotion upright. So look into the depths of your emotions here, Gemini, is what this card is saying. Okay? Look into the depths of, because it's a part of you, right? It's a very immature part of you that's very unwilling to admit when you wrong, when you even hurt somebody. See, you doing this energy right here. You hurt somebody and then like, oh, did I do that? Like, you know, like that Steve Urkel kind. Well, nevertheless, that's a very ruthless energy. It may seem like it's not, like the Page of Cups in reverse is an energy that, you know, they can say something to hurt you and laugh. And you can be like, well, why you find it funny that you even, you know, or the Page of Cups is that energy when you dead serious, but they smirking, right? That's that Page of Cups energy. And it's a need for you to look into that. Look into the depths of that. Why am I like that, right? Because you and your counterpart, it could be you suffering from this onset of laughter. Every time they go to be serious, you find yourself giggling, Gemini. And it's if even in your own self, you feel like it might be demonic. And it might be, right? I don't know. But what I do know is it's a very unsettling energy to somebody who's trying to love you fairly, right? When every time they come, it's like, and they like, or you know they going through you laughing, and it's like to the point where they like, you laughing, like you why you find it funny, right? So Spirit is saying definitely dig into that. Now, your next card, the Nine of Cups upright, being clarified by clarity. This is your wish fulfillment, your clarity. You spent a lot of time wanting to be clear about what it is you doing and what it is, where it is you headed. Even some of you, what do I believe in, right? Now, Spirit is bringing you this Nine of Cups energy where it's clarity, which is your wish fulfillment. It's giving you the ability to move forward. And your spiritual walk is giving you the, I'm saying a Gemini, that you looking at your counterpart and you finally realizing why God put them in your life. And it's blessing your soul right now. I mean, you really looking at them, you couldn't see it. Perhaps y'all met and y'all both had karmic attachments. And as y'all grow together, you starting to realize, like, okay, God put this person in my life quite possibly to save my life. Or God gave me this opportunity to really hold me down, like the preserve. You got a clarity. It's a Nine of Cups is your wish fulfillment. So this kind of clarity is given, definitely, I would say, from God and or ancestors. It's a different type of clarity. It's that clarity when you rise up and you realize all of a sudden, like, you know, the clarity to change strides. It's like I'm moving in a direction of destruction, and I'm moving fast. And then God sat me down and wake me back up. And I realized, whoa, I have to go this way. That kind of clarity. Now, the star in reverse is being clarified by tests. Your strengths and weaknesses are being tested. So, overall, your star energy is in reverse, right? Which means that you're not fully willing to give over. See, the star is the desired version of oneself. That's when you get to your most potent energetic field. You're a star.
Your faith, right?
Everything. It could be your faith, your higher self, your star energy. It's in reverse, and it's probably because you are being tested. So it's like, you know how God bring you that one test before you ascend to a next level. Because, you know, spirituality and the walk with spirituality, it's about a series of ascensions, right? Well, in this energy, I feel like you up for promotion. You up for true promotion. And you're being tested. Strengths and weaknesses, right? So, I feel like with you being in this overall devil's energy, where you pretty much know enough to make the right decision. Because you know, like devil's energy knows the start, devil energy knows the bad ending, right? So it's like, if I'm a person moving in devil's energy, I definitely know, you know who, thank you, Spirit, you know who be moving in devil's energy a lot? Them old unks and all them, they be like, boy, look, don't go down that road. That road right there gonna lead you right here to destruction. That's a devil's energy. Like when your mother tell you, don't leave out here and be doing that because it's going to end, you going to land up somewhere you don't want to be. She's speaking to you from devil's energy. See, devil's energy knows the bad outcome. It sees it clearly, right? So with you in this energy and you in this knowingness, know enough to make the right decisions. Don't let yourself go because it feel good down a path where you know better. Because once again, you in devil's energy, your 10th house. So you aware. So like I said, Spirit is saying to you, because it's also a masculine energy, so you have the ability, right? Know enough to make the right decision. Override mischief and avoid it altogether. This was your reading. I hope that it resonated. Jim, God bless you.
We thank you guys so much for rocking with us.
Indeed.
Okay. If you love the video, don't forget to leave a thumbs up, a heart, share the video. Excuse me. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We elemental beings. We catch y'all on YouTube later.